politics. There are many fields in which women are discriminated against in India. Sexual division of labor. The sexual division of labor happens when the work is divided on the basis of the gender. Generally, the household work is done by the women of the family, and the men go out for work. The work done by the women is not paid for and also does not require any basic skill. The men earn for their work and need some basic skills to do the work. It is not that the women do not go out of home at all. They go out to fetch water from the wells, collect wood for the fuel, work fields. But the work done by women is not valued and not considered as essential. Even though the men and the women work for the same number of hours in a day, the work done by men is considered more important. This has resulted in confining the women to their households and has restricted their participation outside the home. All the important decisions of the family and society are taken by the male members, and women's opinion is not considered at all. This has led to a monopoly situation in politics where only men rule. But gradually, with increasing education and awareness, gender issues have been raised in politics. The role of women is changing and has changed a lot from the previous times. They now enjoy more or less equal political rights and have advanced in educational fields. Today, women are found in different occupations. They now work as scientists, pilots, doctors, engineers, teachers, and many other professions earlier regarded as only for men. Some women-oriented movements have also helped in improving the status of women in the personal and family life as well. Different aspects of life in which women are discriminated. Part 2. Some of the factors where women lag behind men are: education, The literacy rate of women is still lower than men. Only 54% of the women are literate, against 76% literacy among men. This is because a boy's education is still preferred over sending a girl child to the school. Money for boys' education is considered more important than spending money for girls' education. Because of this, very small number of girls go for higher education, and the rate is higher among the girls. Proportion of women in jobs. Women still have a small share in the jobs. If a woman works for a more number of hours than a man, her work is still considered less important. This results in low-paid jobs and low-valued jobs for women. Preference for male child. Indian parents prefer to have a male child over a female child in the family. A female child is considered a burden, as the parents will have to earn for her dowry to marry her. While a boy child is considered as an asset for the family, who will earn and increase the family income. This has resulted in social crimes such as female feticide, where a girl child is killed before she is born. Crime against women. There are various instances of crime against women. Women are exploited and harassed at the workplace and at home. There are cases of domestic violence against women, which make her unsafe even in her family. All these factors have prevented the women from actively participating in work outside their homes and have confined them to their houses. Any role played by women outside the household work is not respected and recognized by the society. Gender issue with respect to politics. Traditionally, the work has been divided on the basis of the gender of the person. All the household work was assigned to women of the family, while all the income-earning work was done by the male members of the family. A woman's role outside her household has been very limited, and she has had a very minimal role, especially in politics. However, the gender issue has been raised in politics. Women in different parts of the world have fought for their equal political rights. These protests demanded equal educational and career opportunities, extension of voting rights to women, and improving the political and legal status of women. Could women have been able to improve their status if their demands had not been raised in the political domain? It seems less likely that women would have improved their status had they not raised the gender issue in politics. Women-oriented movements all around the world drew attention towards unequal rights given to women in the political field. These movements demanded equal social, political, and economic rights for women. The belief of these feminist movements was that unless the women have power to make decisions, they cannot progress in the society. It meant having more women as elected representatives in the political field. To ensure a fair share of women in the governance of the country, it is legally binding to have 1/3 of seats in local government bodies as reserved for women. Such reservations have helped women in voicing their concerns and interests and demanding equal status and opportunities in the society. What has been done for women's representation in the political sphere in India? In India, women have been traditionally assigned to do all the household work. They have not been allowed or encouraged to work outside their homes. Not adequate attention has been given to a girl's education, and her role has been confined to the household work only. This has resulted in minimal role of women in politics. All the decisions of the family and of the society are taken by the male members. This led to various feminist movements or women-oriented movements all around the world, which demanded equal social, political, and economic rights for women. The belief of these feminist movements is that unless the women have power to make decisions, they cannot progress in society. It meant having more women as elected representatives in the political area. To ensure a fair share of women in the governance of the country, certain reservations have been made for women. It is legally binding to have 1/3 of the seats in local government bodies as reserved for women. Women's organizations have been trying to have similar reservation of at least 1/3 seats in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. However, the bill is still to be passed in the parliament. The status of women's representation in India's legislative bodies. In India, the women's participation in the political area is very low. The women's strength of the Lok Sabha is not even 10%. Their share in state assemblies is as low as 5%. The share of women in India is behind those of several developing countries of Latin America and Africa. One probable solution to increase the women's participation in the political system is to have legal laws for the minimum number of seats to be filled by the women candidates. In panchayats and municipalities, it is legally binding to fill 1/3 of the seats by women candidates. This has resulted in 10 lakh elected women representatives in the local government bodies.